Hi, nonfiction rock stars. So, boys and girls, I hope you are enjoying your nonfiction text. I hope you're learning so many new facts. Today, we're going to talk about three new text features. So, number one is a photograph. We talked about this over the last few days. In our nonfiction texts, you are going to see real photographs. Let's take a look. Here is a real photograph. It's a real image that shows you what a picture really looks like. Here's just an illustration. It's just a drawing that shows the reader, again, what something looks like. I want you to really look at the difference between the two. A photograph and an illustration. In your nonfiction text, you are going to start seeing a lot of photographs. And it is so important as a reader to really look at the photograph and study it. Because with your nonfiction books, you're reading them to learn something. So when you look at the photograph, you can learn even more information. The other nonfiction text feature I want to talk about right now is a label. Connection sign if you've ever heard of the word label. So labels tells the name of the parts of a photograph. So here is a picture of what? An inside of an apple. And normally when they are labeling, they zoom in on the picture. So you get to see all of the inside of the picture. Take a look at the different labels. This is the stem. It says stem and it's pointing to the stem. Here it says leaf, pointing to the leaf. Here is the label skin. Here is the label core. This is the core of the apple. And here is the label seeds. And again, it is labeling the seeds. So we're going to look at a book together. And in this book, I want you to keep an eye out. You are still detectives. Not only are you detectives for hard words, but now you're detectives for finding these text features and making sure that you're really paying attention to them. Let's take a look. We're going to look at a new book, and it's called What Can Live in the Ocean? Think for a minute. Think about what you might learn in this book. When I flip to the first page, and I apologize, I must have missed it. When I flipped to the first page, notice there was not a table of contents. We talked about how there are times that not every book has a table of contents. But there is something on this page that I noticed. Do you see it too? Yes, these are real photographs. They are not just illustrations or pictures. They are so important to look at. What do you notice down here about this word? Yes, it is bold. Boys and girls, we talked about bold words yesterday. Bold words help us realize that those are important. And if we want to know the definition or what that bold word means, where can I find it? Take a second of think time. The glossary. You're right. I would find the definition of that word in the glossary. Nice thinking, boys and girls. Oh, take a look again at these amazing real photographs. Before I'm even reading, I can look through and really study them. What is that? That is a penguin, but on the picture or the photograph. And let's take a look here. Is this a picture or a photograph, boys and girls? Yes, this is just an illustration. So this is something somebody drew. But there are labels like we talked about. Take a look at the labels. This says beak, and it's pointing to the penguin's beak. This says layer of fat. It is labeling that part of the penguin's body. Over here is the label flippers. Look, it is labeling the two flippers. And here it says short waterproof feathers. Boys and girls, as you're reading your nonfiction text, it is so important that you are not skipping over anything in these texts. There is so much to be looking at just on one page. Of course, you're going to read the words, but then take a look at the photographs and see, are there any labels? If there are, you want to try to read all of the labels. It will help you understand more about what you're learning about. The other nonfiction text feature that I find to be so exciting is a caption. A caption gives the reader the information about a picture. Let's take a look. When I look at this picture, I see a monarch butterfly, but I'm not sure exactly what that butterfly is doing. But I see some small words underneath the picture. Should I skip over them? No! As a reader, it's so important to read everything. I need to read the caption. It says, this is a monarch butterfly feeding on nectar from flowers. Just from that small caption, I can learn new information that they feed on nectar and they feed the nectar from the flowers. Interesting. So, boys and girls, as you're reading today, wow, there's a lot to look at. You're going to be looking out for all of the text features we've learned so far. Let's go ahead and quickly review them. You want to keep an eye out for a table of contents. That's where you're going to figure out what are you reading about and what page will it be on. The bold print, of course, it's telling you those are important words. And you'll find a lot of those important words and what they mean in the glossary. You're going to look for real photographs. Really zoom in on those photographs with your brain and think, do those photographs, do any of them have labels? Remember, the labels are important. Do not skip over those. Read all of the labels. Last but not least is our caption. The caption is below a picture and it tells you what the picture is about. Your job for today, boys and girls, of course, is to read for 15 minutes on Raz Kids, but then you have a fun, creative job to do. You are going to be the author, and you're going to have a chance to write a caption to go with each of the photographs below. So, a reminder, a caption is a quick sentence that explains what the picture is. So look at these two pictures, boys and girls, and you're going to type into the box. What is your caption? What is happening in that picture? Have so much fun with reading today.